Utah is a very tough place to play. Like when you play in Utah, you got your work cut out for you. And Utah is they have a very solid team. They make adjustments. Like even you saw, the one thing that I thought was gonna work in the Rockets' favor.
I'm sorry, I just my email has gotten flooded with comments from Jazz fans. Jazz fans, stop. Okay, I'm never gonna pick them. Jazz fans, you will never get picked. Okay, you like the ugly girl or dude at the prom standing by the wall. The only person gonna dance with you is the goddamn teacher because they obligated to, so that way you don't get bullied. I'm not picking y'all. Okay, you got a rookie as your starting shooting guard. He's the best player on your team. You're not getting to the goddamn finals. Get over it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Fuck out of here.
The one thing that I thought was gonna work in the Rockets' favor was the fact that I felt like Utah was playing the pace that the Rockets wanted to play. Utah was pushing the pace a lot, and I was like, I don't know if that's something that you want to do against the Rockets because they shoot better than you and they had the potential to like actually fuck around and get hot.
Yeah.
Like the pace for a while was very fast, especially like the second quarter when they had the lead, even in the third. I feel like in the fourth it slowed down a little bit more to the Jazz liking. But when the Rockets, like second quarter and third quarter, the pace was pretty fast to me.
Yeah, you tweeted during the game about the pace.
Yeah, I'm like watching the game and I'm like, yo, like they getting up court kind of quick and shooting three. I don't know if you want to do that against Houston, but it worked. That being said,
it worked because against them, like I told you, I didn't think that they would be able to get over 100 points a game every game, right? But if they can get over 100 points a game, then the Rockets are beatable because when you play tough defense against them, they're going to have stretches where you getting guys going 2 for 9. James Harden shooting below 50%. Chris Paul shooting below 50% because of the defense, which is also why I don't fucking think that they're going to beat the Warriors. Because the one thing Kevin Durant can do that fucking James Harden and no one else on the Rockets team can do is you can give him the ball in the post and say, get me a bucket. That's way different than getting the ball at the top of the fucking key and doing this shit for 50 minutes and then at the last second going and fucking laying the ball up. I hate that shit. Like, and then he literally Euro steps and then lays it up and I'm like, oh, okay, great. Yeah, that's great team ball.
I don't think they're going to beat the Warriors regardless because, for one, this is, again, why I said the Thunder had the best. The Thunder do not want to play like the Warriors, period. The Thunder play like the Thunder. The Rockets want to play like the Warriors, and they don't have the shooters to do that.
I disagree with that. I think.
What the fuck you see Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant on the goddamn Rockets?
I mean, yes, but I mean, they still hitting a ton of threes though.
Cause they shoot a lot of them.
They got shooters, but you the same guy that said I've been arguing me that Joe Johnson and all these guys that they added on their bench was gonna be key pieces for them in the playoffs.
I didn't say they was gonna win.
Where they at?
Well, I said they was gonna win.
Where they at?
When did I?
No.
Wait.
I'm not even talking about the championship. Where are they at right now?
No, listen.
Where are they at right now? Where was ISO Joe at today? That's what I want to know.
Listen. When the fuck did I ever say the Rockets was gonna beat anybody? I said they was gonna lose to the Thunder.
You ain't been saying that all season. You changed your tune as the season ended. To start the season, you was on the Rockets and the Raptors bandwagon.
And I said that the Rockets
and somehow
was gonna
you done a tuck and roll.
No, listen. And I said the Rockets was still going to lose to the Warriors, but they was going to take them 6. No. I still believe they can take the Warriors 6. They not going to win the series. They not going to win the series.
5.
Okay.
5 maximum. If they get lucky. They damn near might get swept.
It could happen.
Because the Warriors if the Warriors can lock down Anthony Davis, trust me.
So you really gonna say that he locked down Anthony Davis?
I mean,
locked down
relative to what he has been doing, yes. I mean, are you serious?
I don't want to call
relative to what the fuck he was doing against Portland.
I mean, come on, G.
No,
it's fucking Portland.
He hadn't won a playoff game before that.
It's Portland.
They went and swept the fucking third.
No, it's Portland.
Come on, man.
They had Nurk guarding that man, G. They had Nurk guarding that man, G. It's Portland, G. They had Nurk guarding that man, bro. They had Nurk guarding that man.
Now you wild. If they can, okay, fine. If they can neutralize Anthony Davis, then fucking James Harden. We don't need to neutralize James Harden. You want to go out and score 50 every night? Cool. Be my guest. All these other bum-ass motherfuckers is not going to do that. You going to have to depend on Chris Paul to lead you to a championship. And it's not fucking happening. And if Chris Paul lose this series versus the Jazz, dog, I'm starting off this table. I'm starting the show standing on the table. And I'm going to light a CP3 jersey fire on this fucking table. God damn it. Because y'all ridiculous. All year long. CP3. Come on, you can't be giving up games to the Jazz. You can't be giving up games to teams that average under 105 points and you average over 115 or 114 during the regular season. Yes, I know the game slows down.
It doesn't matter. It
don't
just
matter.
I just don't feel like they came out with the sense of urgency that you need to come out with. I feel like they won game 1 and they was like, okay, like game 2, we gonna win this game because we're the Rockets and because we're the number 1 seed, and it don't work like that. You need to come. They need to play how they played from the third quarter on the entire game. Because when you give a team when you give a team like the Jazz, who you basically blew out the water the first game, they come into halftime up 10. You gave them confidence, especially when Donovan Mitchell not hooping at all.
Yeah,
you gave them confidence. You give a team like that, you don't want to they in the second round for a reason. These guys have been the underdog since the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
you don't want to get his team confidence, and they did not come out with the intensity that this team needs to come out with, which worries me, especially when you can cut on the TV and see what the Warriors did last night. This is who you trying to beat, bro. You trying to beat the champions. So like you said, you don't want to get into a series where you got to play 7 games, a tough 7-game, a tough 6-game series. They go and sweep the shit out the Pelicans, and now they got a week to look at you and game plan for you and dissect everything about you, and you in a tough series with the Jazz, and now you go into the conference finals and you damn near half tired, half dead with a team that done prepared for you for half of the goddamn season. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
So personally, I would like to say I was disappointed in the way the Rockets played, and just all of them, besides Clint Capella.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, and some final stats before we move on, talk Raptors, Cavs. Rockets shot 38 for 95 for the game, which is 40%. 27% from 3 on 10 to 37 shooting. What?
Last time we talked, I told you they shot 39% in I think the second half it was.
What, today?
First in game 1.
Game 1, yeah.
They just won because they had such a huge lead.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder if this is going to be a trend that's going to continue or not.
They better hope not, because if Quinn Snyder can somehow figure out a way to consistently not only run them off the 3-point line, because the Jazz only took 5 fewer threes than the Rockets.
I think they were 4 for 15 in the mid-range or something like that.
Yeah, and they were 15 for 32 for the whole game for 3, shooting 46.9%.
It's not good.
You can't be letting Joe Ingles go out there and go 7 and 9 for 3.
Shot 77% from 3, G. Joe Ingles had 27 points, bro, and shot fucking 10 for 13 and 7 for 9 for 3, G.
And took no free throws.
And took not a single free throw, bro. You can't have that happen. You can't let Alex Burke go out there and give you 17, G.
Look, I'm starting this new hashtag. Hashtag stop Joe Ingles from shooting threes.
And Jae Crowder. What the fuck was this in Cleveland?
Speaking of Cleveland, go ahead.
What? No, I want to know what Joe.
Okay,
where was this in Cleveland? I watched this man miss open threes. I understand the system might not have been for you. I understand all that. But I watched this man miss open threes for 3 months, G. 3 months. Now this man hitting step backs, making 4-point plays. The hell was this early in the year?
To be fair on Jae Crowder's behalf, when he was in Cleveland, he was only taking 7 shots a game.
He took 10 tonight.
No, wait a minute. But in Utah, he's taking almost 11 a game. That's 4 full more shots a game.
I feel you, G, but you can't miss G. The threes was open, G.
It don't matter. If the same thing I say about Clay, if you can't develop a rhythm, it don't matter how well you shoot if you can't develop a rhythm. He's not a spot-up shooter. He's not a spot-up. Is he a spot-up shooter? Yes or no?
I mean, then we're doing in Utah.
He's not a spot-up shooter.
What are you doing in Utah?
He's not a spot-up shooter.
Them shits off the dribble in Utah?
Some of them are, not all of them. In Cleveland,
them threes ain't off the fucking dribble.
In Cleveland, literally all he was doing was getting Bron scraps.
Them threes ain't off the dribble.
Getting Donovan Mitchell and Ricky Rubio scraps is not the same as getting LeBron scraps.
I feel you, but them threes ain't off the dribble. Also, he wasn't even playing defense.
And he in actual offense.
And he wasn't even playing defense.
He also got a team now that defensively schemes.
That's true.
With arguably the defensive player of the year last year.
True.
So what you want from the man? Bron ain't out there fucking playing defense no more until the last 4 minutes of the game.
That's true.